Everybody, this is Cal once again, and this is the 5th of August 2021. Today, Thursday. Gold is getting way too volatile. All right, time to buy gold. What do you think, guys? Do you think that it's time to buy gold right now? If you think it's time to buy gold, put buy gold, BUY space GOLD. If you think it's time to sell gold or wait, just keyword wait, WAIT. All right, let me see the answers right now before we start this morning MAO. All right, what do you think, guys? Is it time to buy gold or is it way too volatile? Now, yesterday, while I wait for your answers, yesterday, some of my friends who didn't buy gold at 1807 or 1810, they chased at 1822, 1824, and then they tell me, Cal, will go higher. I said that, well, the next level will be 1829 and 1831. It's time to take profit over there. So they say, okay, fine, Cal, I will listen to you. But when the price go to 1829, I go and tell them, say that it's time to take out profit, right? Then they tell me that, no, I think we just hold for a bit longer. I say, why do you want to do that? They say that because they tell me that, right, gold can go higher now. It breaks some resistance and it will go higher. I say, no, 1829, 1831 is a very important resistance. If the market cannot go through it, the market will come down. And of course, unfortunately, it really happened, all right? So I will share with you my thing about gold later on, but because now we're going to enter the live market, right? So I'll make sure that disclaimer as usual first, all right, before I start to share my market views for today. I'll come back later on and share with you more about gold trading later, all right? It's going to be very interesting for today, for today's gold. All right, let's go to the market right now because market is going to start now. Let's do it. Okay, so what we have right now for China A50. Now, China A50 today is still trading on the downside. All right, China A50 is still trading on the downside, as you can see that. Good morning to you guys. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so MLP for today, this is China A50. We go to MLP. So market will still be down for today for China at the moment. The MA30, I move it downwards a little bit. That will be MA30, and this is the MA200 level. Okay, so very clear that it's still below MLP. And this is not a good sign. Okay. Now let's say Hong Kong. Now Hong Kong has just opened this morning. Hong Kong has opened slightly lower. So despite the Dow Jones down by 300 points, but you can see that the Hang Seng market is not down because the Nasdaq is up. I said that before to you, when the Nasdaq is up, it's going to be very difficult for Hong Kong to come down. Okay. So the MLP for today for Hong Kong is somewhere around here, and that's 26,242. So I write down for you, all right, because there's some requests from people say that, Cal, can you write down the numbers? Okay, I do it for you. 26,242. Now, all these are not drawn to scale, okay, which means that it's not very accurate. You have to do your own calculation, all right? Just give you a ballpark figure to make it faster for the MAO, all right? So it's somewhere around there, 26,242, that's MLP. Okay, so now let's look at the MA30. This is the MA30 level. This is the MA200 level. So we're still way below the MA30 and MA200. Hence, therefore, the downside pressure is there. But undeniable, last 4 days, the market has been going up. So it is what we know as there are some ongoing rumors say that there's some the Chinese government, the plunge protection team is involved here itself. But I say that maybe they are involved, but you cannot deny the market is coming down. So that's why I do have a little bit doubt at the upside for today. So let's look at the charts to be clearer. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for the US, for Hong Kong today. Now, for Hong Kong today, the opening price between pivot 1 and pivot 2. So by right, the KSI that is red in color, we do suspect that there will be some selling later on to go down to KTR -1. I repeat myself, if the market goes below OP, the good chance of coming to KTR -1 is very high. That is what should happen because the KSI is red. The only thing is that the rate slightly down a little bit as compared to the previous day. So that means that there are some buying interest, but still overall it's a sell. So if the market go below OP, most likely go to KTR -1. And if you go lower, KTR -2 is actually very possible. Now, if the market do trade above OP for any reason, we can buy up later, right? Well, once you hit KTR +1, do consider take some profit. Okay, so you get the idea. Very direct, right? So if that's the case, we go to the 15-minute, we go to the 5-minute chart. Well, you can see right now the Hang Seng is now trading below opening price, as I mentioned. So most likely it will go down to KTR -1. At the moment now, the KSI on the intraday is still on the upside. So maybe traders, if you are short in the Hang Seng, do consider at 26,314 do consider to buy back your position. Okay, when the market do come down to here, 26,314, do consider to buy back some of your position. Okay, so that is what we are looking at. At the moment now, the market is trying itself to find a direction. I say this number here is 26,314. So if the market stay below OP, this will be the first touch and go. Now, if the market fail to stay up, then of course it may go to the next KTR. The next KTR level, it can be going as low as here, which is 26,230. Okay, 26,230. Okay, so that will be the two levels to watch out for today's Hang Seng. But at the moment now, the boys are still looking like buying. So maybe we can see a bit of fight around the opening price level. Okay, so let me just go through the list. I can see the majority of you say it's time to buy. Okay, all right. Brian say wait for a while. Karen say wait for a while. Kelly say wait. Well, Rachel say sell, in fact. Okay. Okay, the rest are buyers. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right, so that is the Hong Kong and China. Let's look at the US market right now. Now, this is the US market chart. You can take a look, everybody. Let me just change the color to something that you can see. Okay, so what we have today is very interesting. We have the moving average MA30. You can see now, I'll make it a bit bigger for you. Now you can see that follow my arrows. Okay, you can see that it actually hits. Wait, okay. It actually hits the moving average MA30 3 days ago. Okay, and once it touches there, it rebounded. So that was the first attack. Then after that, it came down to touch the MA30 again, and this time around, it rebounded strongly. Beautiful, right? So 2 days in a row, it touches MA30 and actually stays above it. Now, everybody look carefully on the yesterday's market. You notice that yesterday, the closing happened to be slightly below the MA30. Now, this is actually a very important telltale sign that you must take note, because this shows that the market has already closed below the MA30. So today, the market has to stay above MA30, has to stay. If usually when the market breaks a very important technical level, the next day is the most important day, because if it breaks, if there's follow through selling, the market can really sell. But if the market just purposely tests it so that people will think it's a sell, then they come in to sell, but actually the boys are buying, then this could be a bear trap. Okay, this could be a bear trap. So traders, today is actually the more critical day. All right. So why do I leave this blue line here? I'm quite lost a bit. Oh, okay, that is the BNB. All right. So okay, sorry, yeah. Okay, so this is the BNB RL. This is the BNB SL. So you can see that also at the same time the market closed slightly above the BNB SL point. So with all these things, I can say very clearly that today the important level that we all have to watch is here. The MA30 level, which is somewhere near where we are now. Okay, I'll put it properly. 34,846. Okay, let me write it down for you. 34,846. Okay, got it? All right. So Dow MA30 for today is 34,846. This is a very critical level that the Dow has to stay above. If the Dow doesn't stay above it, I'm quite confident to say that the Dow will come down to this point. This point will be 34,533. Okay, so write it down somewhere. 34,533. Okay, so which means that if the market fails to stay above 34,846, then the Dow can come down all the way to 34,533 level. Okay, it is a possibility that this might actually really happen. Okay, so that will be my view for Dow Jones. Now, if the Dow Jones stays up, then what will happen? Now, if the Dow Jones stay up, that'll be easy. If the Dow Jones stay up, right, then the MLP will be here. Let me just scale here. Here we go. This will be the MLP, right? Yeah, somewhere there. 34,950. The upside will be 34,950. So 34,950. Now I'm trying to squeeze it here so that y'all can see. because I know that my picture on Zoom is actually blocking you, but I cannot change that. So 34,950 will be the upside. Okay, upside is 34,950. Okay, everybody clear? So I write down for you. Upside is 34,950. Downside will be 34,533. So yeah, sometimes I can type, I'll type for you. Sometimes I cannot type, then I have no choice. Okay, so yeah, got an idea? All cool, right? So everybody clear with this? If all clear, please key number 1 right now. If you are very clear with this, please text number 1 right now for the Dow Jones. Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Colin, Fred, Eric, Anthony, Karen, for contributing and texting. Okay, right. So we have the Dow Jones settled. Look, the weekly chart, no nice. Okay, the weekly chart is not nice because the weekly chart now is actually creating a new BMB. The new, what do you call? The current weekly chart now has created a new BMB. But can we change the numbers? Cannot, because why? It's still functioning. Although it's a new BMB, but the old BMB, we have to stay there to give us a strong information. So that's why you can see for the BMB, for this guy being the BMB, right? You notice that the last 2 weeks, the market just couldn't cross the BMB RL. So that's the reason why last 2 weeks, right? I'm not that confident with the Dow Jones. That's the only reason. So if today and tomorrow, if the Dow Jones can stay above the BMB RL, then we can see further upside. But if basically the next 2 weeks, next 2 days, which is today and tomorrow, if the market stays somewhere around here, then we have a problem for next week. You know why, right? Think about this, visualize this. If let's say, right, you're gonna ask me, right, if this is the new BMB, then I mean next week itself, right, the BMB, RL, and SLs will be very, very near, right? And it's gonna be very near, and what will actually happen? That means that the market will go up and go down easily, and also not only that itself, right, there'll be bigger movement because the BMB is so small, right? So that means next week, right, there is a very good possibility. Let me see the range. The current range now, the high is 35,197, that's all-time high. The low is 34,723, so it's about 500 points. That means that next week, there's a potential 500 points BMB for us to take. Wow, 500 points. That means if you look at it, right, let me just, because we can do this for now, let me just do a bit of forwardation. I'll show you. Oh, this is going to be cool, though. Yeah. Okay. I think I lost that file again. Okay, never mind. Let me just put it in. Okay, Dow Jones, then weekly chart. Okay. Can you see it right now? Yeah. Okay, this is the Dow Jones daily chart. I can do the weekly chart right now. So which means that, right, if you everybody take a look on your screen, wow, okay, straight away, right, next week itself, right, we can see the upside and downside potential. And that means that, right, if you look at the past weekly chart, right, when the past weekly chart, the BMB doesn't really give the profit, right, for consecutive 5 weeks already. All right, then after that, the one itself also didn't give. You can see that it was just trading between the range. The one that gave was back in March, whereby the market broke the RL of the BMB and then went all the way up. So by right, look at it, it's like little, right? But actually, this is going to be a 1,200 point movement over the span of 4 weeks. So the thing is, this next week, definitely, right? If this is a new BMB, next week itself, right, we're going to see 500 points upside or 500 point downside potential. This could be very fun. So traders, next week will be a very big week for all of us. I hope that you guys is going to take advantage of that. Okay, cool, right? Yes, that's why they say next week will be very, very fun. Okay, so that is the Dow weekly. Let's look at the Dow current level now. Now, oh gosh, Hang Seng has came down. Oh, okay, Hang Seng has came down. It has hit my KTR -1. Wow, that's not I told you guys that if Hang Seng goes down, you come down to KTR -1. I told you guys, and now if it breaks the KTR -2 will going -1, it will go to KDR -2. And I did say 26,230 will be a good level to buy back your position. And of course, those who are short in the market do consider the buyback at 26,230. At least buy back some first. The market may go down further, but just buy back some. It's always good to block some profit first and revisit the situation. All right. This is going to be very, very important for you. So consider, might give you a very good advice. And China A50 now, oh my God, China A50 is down. That's why. Okay, China A50 is down below the MLP. So you don't realize it's a simple line like MLP, which really can be drawn in less than 10 seconds. Okay, you just have to get it correct, draw the line, and then you just have to trade. Above MLP, look for buying situation. Below MLP, look for selling situation. It's that simple. That's the reason why we're integrating this MLP into version 5.0, because we realize that it's really helpful for you. And the more the market do the algorithm trading, the much better it is. Okay, so traders, kindly take note of that, MLP. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones right now. The Dow Jones in terms of the day chart. Let's take a look. Okay, so what we have here now. Okay, now the Dow Jones today is a CCYR again, YR. Now, of course, we have the RY 2 days ago, then we have now the YR again. So by right, if the Dow Jones later on breaks below OP, then by right, CCYR is a sell. Okay, so traders, below OP, CCYR is a sell. Number two, the KSI is green. So if KSI green means what? That means that the market actually got buying momentum. So which means that if the market do break below OP, if we go to KTR -1 or even -2, do consider to buy back the position if you happen to short. Right, if you go long, it's actually fine. Above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. So if I look at this now in this drawing, because the OP, this is OP of the day, and because the opening price is between the two pivots, so as long as above OP, CCRY you buy, and because KSI is green, so KTR +1 should be seriously easy to tap. Now, if the market goes below OP, then the most we can see is KTR -1 because the KSI is green. All right. But if the market goes below OP, by the time that happens, right, the pivot 2 will kick in. The pivot 2 will kick in. So that will add on the selling pressure. So that means that if, let's say, the market breaks OP, then there will be two possibilities. Maybe hit KTR -1 and rebound, or it can go one more here to KTR -2 because the pivot 2 is there. And then it may sell down to KTR -2 and then rebound. All right. So this is a bit different because you must understand when the market opens between the pivot, where it goes will cause another change of effect. But if it goes below pivot 2 or go above pivot 1, it will also change the effect. So that's why there's many permutation on this. But if you get used to it itself, right, I'm quite sure you will know exactly what to forecast for today. All right. So for people who understand what I just said the last 2 minutes, right, please key number 2. If you understand what I just said the last 2 minutes, please key number 2. If you're totally lost already, please key number 3. Okay, I repeat, those who don't understand what I just said last 2 minutes, key number 2. If those who don't understand, totally lost, key number 3. Right, please key right now. Well, okay, Anthony, Vincent, and Eric, you all understand. Oh, that's really good. How about the rest? I got 650 of you guys. Are you telling me that the remaining of you guys is not going to participate regardless? Hoseng also say number 2. Excellent, Hoseng. Well done. Okay, got the idea? So if that's the idea, right, let's look at the 15-minute chart, shall we? Now, the 15-minute chart this morning shows that the market stays above OP, and it bounces around there, and the boys kick in to buy. Okay, there's some buying at the moment. Now, this is the KTR +1. So by right, the Dow Jones should be easily going to 34,946 if the Dow Jones stay up in this momentum. Okay, all right, so got an idea, but it's still too early to call. Right, Farah also get it. Very good, excellent. Okay, so we have the Dow Jones settled already. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq continue to climb, and I tell you this, look at the impressiveness of the MLP. Oh my goodness. Look at it. The Nasdaq came down yesterday, but the Nasdaq couldn't break the MLP. And because it couldn't break MLP, it goes up again. So that's my point. Above MLP is a buy. And that's why yesterday the Dow Jones down 300 points, but the Nasdaq went up. So you cannot, because of the Dow is down, you go and short the Nasdaq. I tell you, that is suicidal. Okay, that's really suicidal. Never do this, and never think that you are better than the market. Please don't do that. The market got a way of doing this. So yesterday, what happened? We saw that the cyclical counter is the one that came down. The one that they've been buying up is all the technology counter. That's why the Nasdaq went up. And of course, yesterday, Robinhood went up by more than 25%. And that is the reason why there's all this buying up. All right, so we'll talk about Robinhood later. Okay, it's going to be very interesting on Robinhood. Okay, so for today, what should we look out for? So same thing again. We have a broad MLP, which is somewhere around here, I say somewhere. Okay, that is MLP. Okay, sorry, my bad. Should I use this one? Where's my line? Okay, okay, this is MLP. Okay, somewhere here. Yeah, MLP, yeah. Then this one will be the MA30 line. This MA30 line. So MA30 for today is kind of far though. Okay, the MA30 is 14,919. Now where we are now, 15,100. So which means that we are like probably 200 points away from the MA30. So I don't think it will go there unless drastically things happen. Now MLP will be watched today. 15,070. Okay, so if today the market breaks below MLP, then maybe we can see this thing, 14,919. But that is only if it stays. Okay, so I can write for you, Nasdaq must stay above MLP, which is estimatedly at 14,919. Okay, downside is MLP is 15,070. Sorry. Okay. All right, so that will be it. If upside, then it's all-time high. I'm very clear of that. If upside, it'll be all-time high. Okay, so if upside, if Nasdaq goes up, it'll be all-time high again. So traders, kindly take note of that. Okay, okay. I just saw some movement in Hang Seng again. Let's take a look at Hang Seng movement just now. I just saw some movement down there. Wow. Okay. Incredible, right? Okay, the Hang Seng came down, missed KTR -2 by a little bit, and then boom, wow, superbly recovered more than 150 points from the low. Is it because China recovered? Yeah, indeed, China has just recovered from the low. That's right. You see, when this is where the funds move around, and when the funds come in, right, they really go for it, and that is why you can see things behaving like that. Okay, but again, let's continue. So look at the Nasdaq now. We've done the Nasdaq on the conventional. Let's do a Nasdaq, the TWB chart. Okay, the Nasdaq. You see, I can't even do that. It's too consolidated at the top already. I cannot even expand the chart to see it clearly. That's the downside for MT4. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like that. Yeah. Okay, so for today, the opening price is actually between the two pivot 1 and pivot 2, very clear. Okay, the KSI is green, very clear. That's why you can see yesterday it was green. That's why the Nasdaq continued to go up yesterday. So now the thing is this, very clear. If the market stays above OP, the market to go to KTR +1 is going to be very, very high, because this KSI is green and it's above, and things are all good basically. It's upside and stuff like that. Okay, all right. So if the market go to KTR +1, do expect. I mean, if the market goes over OP, easily the market will go to KTR +1. Okay, that's going to be easy. The only thing to watch out for is the KCB level at this point here. I don't think you can see it. This is the KCB level at 15,136 level. That is the KCB level, 15,316. 15,136. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so watch out for that for the Nasdaq. Okay, so we have done the Nasdaq for you. We have done the Dow Jones for you. Let's look at the S&P 500. Now, yesterday when I was sharing with you, I'm not too sure you caught it. I said that the S&P may see some downside, right? So S&P, the market really came down, perfectly stopped at the MLP and closed at MLP level. Really there. It's really incredible. It just stopped there nicely, and then the market hangs around there. Okay, it just hangs around there. And after that, I saw what happened. This is the This is today's market now. Okay, today's that's why the MLP is so important. Now this is today's MLP. Okay, everybody take a look. Okay, so today's S&P MLP level will be 44.11. 44.11. Okay, so 44.11 is the S&P MLP for today. So this one you have to take note. If the market can stay above MLP, then very easily we can see the MLP, sorry, the S&P sorry, go towards the all-time high again. That's 44.30 level. Okay, the BNB is still, let's confirm and double confirm. Yeah, the BNB is still at this guy here. Okay, it's the BNB. Okay, so which means that the market is still kind of like staying above the BNB RL. So upside potential is there, but just that the MLP at 44.11 is a strong resistance. Okay, so right now for you, S&P MLP estimate 44.11. Okay, all right, that will be the S&P level to watch. Cannot really give you a verdict of where it will be going, but as long as it stays below 44.11, then usually the selling pressure will be there. Okay, let's look at the S&P with the TWB chart to be clearer. Oh, okay, interesting. Now the TWB chart shows that it's a zebra formation, zebra, yellow, red, yellow, red. It's a zebra formation. So it's a zebra formation, right? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Double confirm, yes, it did. Today also S&P is an inverse pivot, Okay, so then it'll be easy to read. Okay, very simple. Today opening price is below the pivot 1. Okay, below. With the KSI rate, usually the market will sell. Okay, and when it sell, it won't be light, it'll be heavy. That's first thing you must understand for inverse pivot. But because now it went above the pivot 1, there is a possibility for it to go all the way up to 44.38 level if the momentum continue. But because the KSI is red in color, then the upside could be limited to KTR plus 1 to KTR plus 2, and forcefully KTR plus 3. So all I can tell you is this is going to be interesting. Now, all you need to do is just take note. S&P today, the pivot 1 is 44.06, and now it's trading at 44.10. So as long as S&P stays above 44.06, it will be a buy. I repeat, as long as S&P stays above 44.06, it will be a buy. Okay, that's something very important. Only when it goes below OP, then it might be going down much lower because the KSI is red and it's an inverse pivot. Okay, are we clear with that? All right, so 44.06 will be a very, very critical level for the S&P 500, critical level. Okay, all right, S&P inverse pivot. Okay, so clear? All right, so we have the S&P level, we have the Dow Jones, Nasdaq. Okay, we have that ready. So let's now look at the next market. Let's say Hang Seng again. Hang Seng has recovered from the low. Wow, you look at it, it hit the MLP and rebounded. Imagine this, it really hit the MLP and beautifully rebounded. And I told you about MLP, how powerful it is when the market is trending. This is beautiful, right? Don't you see that? My goodness. Life, really, is life. Crazy. Okay, let's look at the China A50. It's kind of still down a bit, but it's off the low. So maybe there's some buying in the moment right now. And of course, this is DAX. Okay, yesterday DAX, wow, it gap up and it stays above the MLP. It stays above the MA30. That's why DAX went up. So that's why yesterday you saw Susan go live. She talks about DAX, she talks about FTSE, and that's the reason why FTSE and DAX goes up. So again and again and again, I tell you this, MLP is really powerful. As long as you know how to utilize it to your advantage, you just have to wait at the MLP and trade whatever you're supposed to trade, okay? So now we have the MA30, we have the MLP. As long as the market stays above MLP and MA30, then the DAX could actually go up. But here again, it may go forward to even go back to the new all-time high. So watch out for DAX, okay? All right. Now I can see that Hong Kong is really recovering soon. Wow, Hong Kong is back to day high. Incredible. Hong Kong is back to day high. Okay, and of course, if you remember, as I told you about Hang Seng, about what you should watch out for. If the Hang Seng, you should buy back your position, your profits. Why do I say that? Okay, because the market If it stays above OP and even though KSI is great, but the downside rate got a bit smaller. So that's why I suggest to you that if the market do come down to KTR -1, take some profit, -2, buy back more. But of course, you don't give it a chance, you just shoot up all the way. Okay. Okay, so what we have is this is the Hang Seng right now, really recovering pretty strongly. Okay, let's look at the Nikkei. Now this is Nikkei. Nikkei is now trading above the MLP of today. Yeah, MLP is some of yesterday's market. So you trade above MLP is an upside. So once you stay above MLP, it's a buy-up day. You can see right here. Only thing is that it's still below the MA30, but you can see the MA30 is slanting downwards already. So just a matter of days, another few more days, then we may see either a touch and calm down Nikkei or upside Nikkei really. So traders, you have to watch out for Nikkei the next week. All right, it should be able to give you some insights. Okay, all right. So that is Nikkei for you. Then of course you put Nikkei into our conventional chart. Wow, Hang Seng continue to rally. All right. In the TWB chart now for Nikkei, you can see that Nikkei, the KSI, have been green for the last few days, but the market is still sideways. But because today, Nikkei is also an inverse pivot. Wow, a lot of inverse pivot recently. Yeah. Now, when you have so many inverse pivot at the same time, right, in the same period, actually it's not a very good sign. I remember in my last 10 years after creating these pivots, right, I realized that whenever there's a series of pivots by one market or a couple of markets at the same time, usually big, gigantic movement is going to come soon. But I'll write it down here for you guys, okay? Whenever we see pivots on a market or a few market over a few days, we might see gigantic Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, we may see gigantic movement soon. All right, I really don't know whether it's a big one or a small one, but I can just tell you that we should see big movement. All right, so there's another inverse pivot for today for the Nikkei, but the KSI is green, right? So by right, the opening price is here. So if the market stay above OP, it will jolly well go towards the pivot tool, like the magnet. I told you, right, the magnet, and indeed it really happened. Look at it now. Look at it. Okay, this is the inverse pivot, right? I show you to you, this is the inverse pivot. And I told you that if the inverse pivot, if the market stays above OP, it will be pulled like a magnet towards pivot 2. Remember, this is what exactly happened to gold and the other market recently, right? And you can see the market, the boys came in to buy, and the market U-turn, and the market just pull all the way up to the pivot 2. And once it hit pivot 2, you realize something, right? It just stopped there. Look at it. When it hit the pivot 2, right, it's just basically just know how to stop there. This is the scary part. Imagine that if you are now calling a Japanese trader at 7 a.m. in the morning, and you tell him that, brother, if this is inverse pivot, if the market cross OP, it may go to 27,710. And the time itself only 27,500. Imagine you say this to a person, and the Nikkei go all the way up in less than 1 hour. It really hits that point. Oh my goodness. This is why I say we can really go many places, guys. Really incredible stuff. This is really incredible. Okay, so please do your best to understand the TWB system. It's very deep, actually. The TWB system is actually very deep. You're going to go really into it yourself, right? There's so much to learn from it, and so much thing you can actually utilize it. Really. All right. Those who really think that this system is amazing, can you key the word amazing on this? All right, I mean, this is really incredible, right? Yesterday, I already wrote it down for you for inverse pivot. Above OP, what will happen? Below OP, what will happen? Where the market opens will also derive where the market could be heading. All these are written already yesterday. And today on Nikkei, it happened exactly the same. Oh my God, that is really incredible. Oh my God, Nikkei is coming down after hitting the pivot 2 level. Cool. Because why? The boys are selling. Really. All right, this is really incredible. Thank you, guys. Thank you for it, Brian, Michael, and Eric, always my strong supporter. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. But it's something that is not like, you can't lie about this. You can see it's really there. Okay? All right, cool. All right, so that is the Nikkei, and I covered everything already. So, okay, so if you guys are ready to trade, that'd be good. Let's look at the gold market. All right, now before we go into gold, I'm going to jump away from gold to talk about what the fundamental is, okay? All right, if those people think that you heard enough for the equity side, you want to move on already, I'm fine, no problem. Okay. Now, yesterday, we saw this, okay? Stock decline after disappointing ADP employment change report. Now, the thing is this. I mean, this is the thing that I want to share here. I mean, this is quite mild in terms of title because stock decline after disappointing ADP employment change report. So we got the idea it's a disappointing ADP numbers and stuff, but we don't see like, whoa, it's down by half or 50% and stuff like that. So that's why recently when I realized that Singapore social mainstream media keep on writing that our athlete come in the last place, right? I get very upset with this. I think that yes, I understand. Yes, it's the title is to tell facts, but the editorial side also can tell facts, right? But this is the facts that's in the editorial. This is the title. So the title didn't make it too alarming, but the editorial side inside the content did make it a little bit more. That means more fact finding, right? So I just feel that it's really how you want to express, certain things. So what we saw was private business only hired 330,000 workers in July. I thought that they are supposed to hire a lot of people. I thought they're supposed to have a lot of money given by the government. They're supposed to have a lot of, help from the banks. You're wrong. I told you already, the banks are not lending money because first of all, people don't want the money. Number two is the bank find it difficult to lend people's money, lend money to people. And of course, now the government already tell you that they're going to taper down, reduce many those help to people, right? So basically, it's all right. People rather just trade in the stock market and rather work. So that's why you can see the private sector is supposed to be at least 695,000 jobs, but the creation is 330. And because of that, when it releases itself, right, that is where things, get a bit jittery, right? So let's take a look. The dollar plunged when the moment the news came out, okay? But then after that, what happened to the news? After that, something happened, right? The next news came out, right? What was next news? Let me just show it to you. The next news was here. Okay, the next news was the ISM non-manufacturing PMI went up, and it went up by a lot. Is it okay lah? In a way, it's up by in numbers form is about nearly this 8%. So that's why the market focused on that. So because of that, straight away it jumped, right? So the market also jumped together. Okay. So because of that, you can see that the dollar shook back up again. So because of this crazy entire movement, right? What happened? You saw that the gold initially shoot up all the way to 1831. Then after that, right, from 1831, it came down, crashing all the way to 1807. And those numbers are exactly the numbers that I shared with you guys, yesterday. Exactly the four numbers, 1807, 1809, 1829, 1831. Four numbers given, four numbers all hit the jackpot very nicely. Amazing, all right? So then what next then? Well, look at this, how the gold went up. Wow, look at the way the gold, right? Imagine you chase it near the high, and next moment, the market go down all the way down. Now, FYI, this is gold spot, not the gold futures, not the gold CFDs, okay? This is gold spot. That's why the price is a bit different, okay? But imagine this, anytime you go and buy gold, right? Oh my goodness, it's like really catching a falling knife. Really incredible. All right, thank you once again for those who wrote amazing for me. Brian, Michael, Eric, Anthony, Terry, Fred, Bernard, Angeline, Vincent, Samuel, Karen, all right? Okay. Ben say you're damn good in chart reading. Oh, wow, that must give love. This one must give love. Okay lah, I'm not good. Actually, you guys all know it. The point is this, all of you know how to utilize the chart. You know why 1831 is there. You also know that 1829 is there. You also know that 1807 is there. Everything is there. It's nothing new. And I say this before the gold move. So that means that everybody knows for it. All right, that is something that, it's not that after it happened, then after I say things, not on hindsight, never. We don't do anything on hindsight. Okay, really. So people who say that I'm hindsight trader, okay, never mind. Okay, so and the thing is this, the market for oil also came down, $74, tumbled all the way to $68. Now, yesterday I told you crude oil may go down lower, right? And indeed, crude oil really came down. Hey, but wait a minute. Hey, the dollar actually went up, right? The dollar went up, then the gold came down. Okay, I understand. Then why did the crude oil also come down all the way? That's my point here. It's not equivalent. I already tell you all many times already. It doesn't work in the same way. I told you that before. Okay, so that is the reason why you can see that, because there are worry now Delta in China. Yes, Delta variant is in China right now. Oh my God, that's how I talk about it later. So that is the reason why if crude oil is not performing, I can tell you seriously, equity market won't perform. It's very important facts. So that's why the bulls and bears are really confused too. The unemployment numbers are still there. People are not really getting employed. So the bulls are, if you buy the gold yesterday at 1830, you're gonna get hit by the bulls, by the bears. And the bears who basically shot at this what they call 1807, they get hit all the way up to 1830. So that's why now the bear and bull are totally confused really. They don't want to do it really. Because the Dow Jones was down, yesterday, but the Nasdaq was up. So that's why they're also confused. They really don't know what to do. Okay. So that's why we need to talk about this. Okay, got the idea now? Okay. So what should we do? We go back to the charts. Okay. Okay, so look at the chart right now for the gold. Now, this is crazy movement on gold, my goodness, really. Now, look at the gold price again. The gold price went all the way up, hit the very important 1829. Now, 1829 is actually a KSL line for all PTP students will know. Let me show you live right now, this KSL line, okay? All PTP students should know. So let me bring you to gold first. Okay, this is gold. This is when you are a PTP student, you actually get to have this line to watch it, okay? So you can see that version 3.9, okay, this is now, it's another lower line today, but doesn't matter. I can tell you the upfront 1829 is a technical level for gold, okay, 1829. So what happened, you can see that gold really goes up to the 1827 or 1829 level, and then once it tapped the 1827 and 1829, gold just come down. Incredible, right? It just come down, and you look at the 15-minute chart yesterday, you can see what happened on gold yesterday. Look at it. Okay. Ignore the pivot one because it belongs to today. But look at the two red lines that is available on your screen right now. You can see that. See 1827. Okay. 1827 and 1829. Look at the way gold yesterday. Gold yesterday, it basically bottomed out here. Then after that, the boys came in to buy. And then it went up all the way, right? Ignore the KTRs belongs today. Wow, chiong go all the way. But once it hit the 1829 and the 1827, once it hit that point, do you notice that I keep on texting you guys and say that please get out of gold, get out of gold. If you have people who are long in gold, take partial profit, put SWL. I keep on saying this. Now, it's not because that I know the INTN data, but I told you before the INTN data, likely they will do something with it. And truth be told, they really did it. So what happened? Amazingly, wow, look at it. The gold just plunged straight away down all the way in just, what, less than an hour? It had really came down and all the gains are all taken out in just basically 2 straight bars. So that is the reason why I can tell you this. That's a very good reason why you need to go for PTP. There's a good reason why you need to know certain numbers so that it will give you the advantage, okay? My point is this, is give you the advantage so that you will know why the market stopped at 1829 and stop at 129 and then come back down. You understand my point? So you see, this is why I keep on saying that we do MAO for one particular good reason, is to make sure that you guys get the news, get the updates, and I am always on around in Telegram until 12 midnight, then I stop. That is whereby I want to tell you I'm always there for you guys. I'm sure not many trainers in Singapore does that, okay? Definitely for sure, in my opinion. Okay, so now how? What do we look for gold? All right, this is going to be very interesting. Okay, the gold now is still supported at 1807. It is still strongly supported at 1807. So which means that as long gold stays above 1807, gold is still okay to buy. You heard me loud and clear. It's still okay to buy as long as gold stay above 1807. Okay? All right, are we clear with that? No hindsight stuff, it's just a very factual stuff. Okay? Now, Quell, what if it goes below 1807? Then what will happen? Now, if gold stays below 1807 on the conventional chart, I haven't gone to the TWB chart yet. The downside, as I told you before, right, will be somewhere here, and that's 1797. 1797, so $10. If gold stays down, it will be going down to 1797 level. Okay? Okay, Cal? Okay, what if it goes up? Same thing again. The number will be going back to 1827 to 1829. Okay, these two numbers, the market will be going up again towards there. Only if gold stays above 1827 or 1829, close above it, then we're talking about this next figure. This next figure will be 1836. Okay, so are we clear with this? Very clear? All right, everybody clear? I can write it down for you. Gold support at 1807, important. Upside at, okay, put on my first. Downside 1797, upside 1827. Okay, or 29. Yeah, Carl is so fast. Thank you, Carl. Really, thank you so much. Okay, so clear? All right, so this is very, very important. Okay, but then you may say, hey, Cal, wait a minute. Isn't that yesterday a BNB? Correct. Wow. So how? So yeah, same thing. No? So if it's going to be a BNB, then we have to put the BNB structure in. No? So it means that this is the RL, then this is the SL. Wow. Okay. So that means that now with this understanding, if the goal is to move, then gold will have big movement too. Okay. So looking at gold, if we're at the day chart, okay, can you see it? So you have a new BNB on the gold today. So which means that in the time in the future to come, I don't know when would that be? If the gold price goes up, break 1831, wow, gold will go up easily to 1856, which is very near to the 1859 target. Remember that? Yeah. Colin, today jobless claim data, we'll see movement. Definitely. This week sure got movement, including tomorrow, which is non-farm payroll, also got to see movement. So that's why gold traders, right, you really need to have the nerve of steel these 2 days. But whichever the market chose, that will be the movement ready. So for now, the market has again washed both sides very nicely. Bing bang, wash the buyer, wash the seller. So that's why I will say this, watch out. Now, this is why I want you all to listen and pay attention, everybody. Please pay attention to detail right now. Turn on the volume not loud if you need to do that, okay? Now, this is for you, remember. Now, you notice that today's the BNB SL is about 1806, which is very near to the 1807 that I mentioned. And you also heard me before for BNB, right? If the market goes down, of course, if it goes down below, it will go down to the next level, right? So the low can be as low as 1781, right? That is the BNB structure. But listen, but if the market in general is actually an uptrend in general, then what you'll see is it will come down to the 1806. It may go down a bit here and there, but it may start to go sideways and jab around that. And if it stays above 1806 or to make conveniently 1807, then the potential of it going back to 1831 is there. And if, of course, if we break 1831, it may go all the way to 1856. So which means I'm trying to say is that if you can look out for gold, if it stabilizes around 1806 or 1807, and it basically holds there, and you start to consider to buy somewhere around here, if you have your stop loss in place, then this is a $50 run, potential run. $50 potential run. So which means I'm trying to say is, if you buy about 1807, 106, and it really stabilizes there and start to move upright, I'll ask you to do this. Hit 1831 or 1829, take some profit, some. Then after that, let it run. Let it run to 1856 for $50. You understand? So this could be a very good rate. This could be a very good run. One contract itself will give you at least potentially $4,000 to $5,000, one full contract size. So consider what I just said. This could be pretty lucrative. All clear? But of course, remember, if the market do break below 1806 and stay down, then I'm so sorry, gold is going to go down to 1781. And that's the reason why, FYI, my mom haven't buy it. Okay, all clear? Okay, all clear itself, all key number 5 right now. Right, please key number 5 right now. Right, if you heard me, you clear, please key number 5 right now on the group chat. Okay, yeah, indeed. Now, the reason why people have been asking me, why Cal, why are you calling in a way buy in the group chats and then you don't pay amount to buy? Then my mom to buy gold is buy and keep for long term. Imagine yesterday she buy at 1820, then when 1831 she's happy for one moment, and the next moment come back to 1810. I tell you she's gonna scream at me, man. No. I will only buy when it's like buy and then throw into the safe. Don't bother. Don't look. Maybe after 6 months, 9 months later, then we sell, or maybe 6 years, 9 years later. Okay, you got my point. All right. Wow. Just saw Colin just said China A50 shoot up, right? Okay, let's take a look at China A50. So okay, go all clear on the gold side. Yeah. Okay. Very good, clear. Very good sharing, right? Thank you guys for all contributed 5s. Wow, China A50. Wow, look at it. It really shoot up. From just now was down, now it's up. I told you that is where the power of the government comes in. When the government come in, no one can beat them. Seriously, I already say this many times. Okay, so for gold, it's coming down a little bit, right? So let's see for our weekly chart, still the same. 1820 strongly resisted, right? 1820 really cannot break. After you broke, it always give us some meat, but after that, eventually it come back down again. Okay, so we have to wait. Okay, but it's staggering slowly higher, but not a very good sign though. Okay, so let's look at the gold right now for today. We have a bit of trouble. Okay, very interesting. Don't you realize this? Wait, Michael. I think ever see a system that gives a strong indicator that a massive buy come in. Does this sign can incorporate the TWB system, or is known as KSI or KCF? Ever seen a system that can give strong indication of massive buy? Okay, Michael, I don't know which system are you referring to. I know that some trainers have this system whereby they say that, okay, this means massive buy, massive sell. Like I always say this many times before, there's no such thing as massive buy, massive sell, because every transaction is always a buyer and a seller. So if the massive buy comes in, means also there's massive sell being done, because it's always buyer and seller. The only thing that is buying, selling that make price go higher is a willingness to buy. How willing are they to buy at a higher price? You understand? Price don't go in staggered form. It goes in jumping form. It can be jump very small movement, can jump suddenly. It's all depending on the sentiment and also the momentum and the eagerness to complete a trade. Yeah. So for us, it's all right. KSI jump is one condition. KSI jump. KCX is also another way to tell you the bottoming out signal, but it doesn't tell you massive. The one that maybe get a bit of insight now with the KRW that is only for PTP student is called the Cal Reversal Warning Indicator. That one itself maybe will give you a bit more insights, but that's about it. So we don't have any indicator that they, whoa, massive buy, massive selling. We don't have that. So if you want to have that right, you must go other school already. Maybe other school is better. Yeah, this school don't have. Okay, Michael, you got the idea? Okay. Now, why do I say today Ole? Because you notice this, right? Not very common. You see this. The opening price of today is actually between the people we will do, right? You notice yesterday the high and yesterday's low also as if is created based on these two numbers, which obviously is not. So what does it mean, right? Well, if my recollection ain't gonna fail me, right? That means yesterday movement, I can tell you this, yesterday movement is definitely created because the boys are in already. I repeat myself one more time. Today's pivot, okay, is calculated based on the actions from the past charts. Then use an algorithm, a formula to regenerate, to create the two pivots. But if you notice today's pivot 1 and pivot 2, you will notice that the high and the low is almost identical to the pivot 1 and pivot 2, as if that is created based on this high and low. This is definitely 100% not true. So the only thing is that my recollection says that when you guys see this itself, right, that means yesterday high and low, this movement is crazy. So that means the boys are definitely in rate. The boys, they already came in yesterday and they already planned out what to do. So all I can tell you is this, guys, upside and downside on gold. This so-called difference about $25, yeah, it's going to be very, very possible already. Okay, again, I have not seen a chart this morning until now. No, I haven't seen it. So I'm seeing together live with all of you together. Yeah, together live with you together. So that means that I'm telling you guys, if you want to use and you want to take your time on gold is going to be a downside $25 or upside $25. So if you are buying gold, okay, be careful. If it really goes below the VNB, the downside can be as much as $25. So don't just if you're going to believe in what I just say, please do understand this. There is a potential of $25 downside from here. Okay, so you don't want to be caught after that. You put stop loss $20, then after you get hit at the very low end and you rebound, then you're going to blame me for that. I'm really informing you that it's a very good chance of a downside $25. And let's take a look from here. 1806 minus $25 will be 1791, right? 1791. Okay, well, 1791. Where is that? Yeah, around here. That'll be right. You get it correctly? Okay, $35.31 minus $25. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. Okay, all right. So 1781. Yeah. Okay, sorry, 1781. Correct. Brain freeze. Okay, so that means if gold comes down, you can come down to 1781, and that is more the midpoint of this candle already. It is possible, no, my friend. It is possible. Yeah, thank you, Louis. Suddenly brain freeze. Okay, so that is the potential downside, to 1781. So be very careful, traders. Okay, please be very, very careful. 1781. Okay, all right. Shooting star candlestick. Yeah, shooting star. Yes, it is a shooting star. Yeah. So I used to love Japanese candlestick, but after a while later, I realized that Japanese candlestick was created because it was meant to counteract the Western powers back in the 16th centuries. Okay, but after that, it's all right. As you know, when people start to do all this shooting star harami and all these things done already, the Western power are not stupid. They basically invaded, they come in and then they learn the stuff and they reorganize the chart. So that's why later on in the 19th and the 20th century, right, you notice as you hit 21st century, the candlestick doesn't really reflect what happened in the past really. That's why I also don't use candlestick theory anymore. It will work once in a while, but not as always, because again, it's already being restructured by the bigger power already. You got my point? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this is what I'm going to tell you for gold. So today above OP can buy, KSI is green, upside is KPR +1 easily. But if the gold goes down, then be careful. It must stay above 1802 because the downside can be quite dangerous. Okay, all clear on this? If all clear, all right, good. Silver, okay, this is silver. Now silver chart shows also the same thing. This is even more powerful evening star. All right, evening shooting star. All right. So you can see that the market goes past the MA30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th day in a row. It passed the MA30, but before you can know it, bang, it came back down, and then you can see down is still back below MA30. Now, the good part is, you know that your resistance is there. The bad part is the market may go down lower. You understand? But if you look at it now, with the market testing resistance for 5 times, in the coming future, I don't know when. Don't ask me, in the coming future, if one day silver close above the MA30, right, it will go up already. It will go up to $26 already. So when would that be? We let the market decide, but not now. But it's a very clear cut that now we have silver on the downside for time being. All right. But then again, for people who haven't bought silver, this could be a great time to buy some silver at different levels. All right. But remember, to do silver trading, you have to trade with care. Okay. All right, my background voice is a bit noisy right now because I'm at home today. Yeah, a bit late this morning. Talk to my wife or certain things. Sometimes it's very important to spend some time with your family, your loved one, just to get some information passed around. Okay, so today for silver, the opening price not so good. The opening price is below pivot 2 already. So with the KSI rate and blue bar extended down, silver chance of going down is there. Now, if silver cross above OP, right, it will enter the what we know as the uncharted territory. So usually we don't buy silver if that's the case. And someone with the KSI rate, you don't buy. So in short, for silver today, either you short or you stay out. Okay? Yeah, today still not really opposite. I mean, you see, gold also go up last 4 days. Gold, silver also go up, but it's just that the magnitude is different. Yeah. Not really opposite, really. Yeah. Okay. Yeah? Anyway, again, chart is always very subjective. You see 3-month chart, you see downtrend. You see 6-month chart, you see uptrend. You see 1 year chart, you see downtrend. You see 2-year chart, uptrend. It's always depending where you see from. That's the reason why we read the chart from right to left. We only see the nearest thing. If you look at the chart from left to right, you will see everything. Some people say, I see everything, I will know what to do. Actually, you're wrong. When you see everything, you really don't know what to do. Do you agree with that? Because if you look at it, right, if you see downtrend first, then you want to buy at the bottom, CCYR, would you be CCRY, would you be buying? I can tell you won't do that. That's the reason why many traders, when they use the TWB system, they find it very unique, very fresh, and the approach is different. But after a while later, right, when they talk to their friends, and the friends tell them, say, you're very stupid here. Where got people reach out from right to left? Who teach you this? Kelvin Hunt, you know, that thing. But the point is this, tell me, my friends, read the chart from left to right or right to left, in your opinion, which is better? Right to left or right to left? Right to left is better or left to right is better after trying right to left? Let me know your answers right now while I move on, okay? All right, last one is crude oil before we finish out all of this thing. Now, crude oil, I told you yesterday, crude oil will go down further and it is still coming down. I already told you that crude oil very likely will actually see $66. I already give you the number yesterday. I told you why is that so, because it have broke the MA30, and also, in my opinion, you can see that, right, the US economy, in my opinion, ain't actually stronger. And of course, you can see that the lower high formation, the market keep on going down. So if the crude oil go to $66, maybe it's a chance to buy back a short. Yeah, $66 you can buy back. But if you're a short right now, you're a bit far away, so the risk is there. I would not really say can or cannot. To me, is that it's all about trading with MA. You understand, trading with MA, and then you know what to do, the bigger picture. And intraday, you use the TWB system to fire away the cylinder. That's what you should do, okay? Wow. Okay, let me see. Serious, right to left better, y'all don't make me happy, really or not? All right, some students complain, they say, Kel, I teach wrong thing. Why do you read the right or left one? I say that's why. No matter if a person is negative, no matter what I say, also wrong one. So if I say that we all know dark sky means black color, right? If I say that, but because you're negative, you say it's white color. Okay, anyway, let's continue. All right, this is gold. This is crude oil for today, shall we? This is crude oil for today. Now, today's crude oil is here, opening price between the two pivot 1 and pivot 2. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So, but the KSI is green, right? Hey, how come, Kel? How come the price is down and KSI is green? That's why I repeat myself. If the crude oil do come down to $66, you can see it's already there on your screen. If crude oil comes down to $66, consider to buy back your position, because although the market is coming down, they're still buying in the market. Yeah, so that's the reason why I say sometimes, right, even though the chart looks coming down, but the intention may be different. Okay? Left to right for trend reading, right to left for using TWB. Okay, Fred, that is a answer that I can accept, but actually I told you right. Left to right reading can see trend, but usually by the time you see that trend, you really, you may think differently. My opinion, but of course, it's a good idea to just look at whatever you deem fit, okay? All right. Used to right to left now. Oh, okay, my fault. Okay, got an idea for crude. Okay, guys, I'm done with my technical sharing. I hope you got my sharing for today. I covered everything already, so all the best for today, all right? So if you want to stay on for the second part, which is all the news and stuff, stay tuned, all right? Today, MAO will finish about 10:45 like that. Okay. I realize that the new changeover can see a very clear movement. That means that usually I hit about 70 people live 68 to 70 people during the chart sharing. But once we come to this point, we see a drop about 20 people. That shows that they really want to do the chart only, they don't know the news, which is nothing wrong because they can watch the news later. All right, at least get the chart idea first, get the direction first. Okay, so quote of the day for successful trader, William O'Neill. You all know him, right? It's a very popular person, right? The book William O'Neill. What seems too high and risky to the majority generally goes higher. What seems low and cheap generally goes lower. This one very familiar to our TWB system. Which part of the system does this actually, have closeness to it? This paragraph that William O'Neill say, which part of the TWB system has closeness towards this paragraph? Which one? I let you all write the answer. Let me see which one who will get the answer, the one that in my mind. Okay? The market will often beat your expectation, but that doesn't mean that you count on that happening. Okay? I think that's I don't really think that the meaning is come by the author of this entire website. I don't really think that this is what it actually meant there, honestly. So when I put this meaning, right, I think that the author don't really know what William O'Neill actually mentioned. Wow, very good. I saw the answer already. Allison. Correct. Classic trades. Classic trades is the only time whereby you buy higher. Classic trade is the time you buy, you sell lower. Exactly my buy what junk. Okay, it's actually classic trades. You see, when classic trade count above OP, above pivot 1, naturally almost time you're buying at a high. But it can go higher. And basically when it go below OP, below pivot 2, it can go lower. But a lot of people don't trade anymore after that. That's the thing. Very sad. All right, so we've done the charting. We already come, right? We have, we already have we saw Roku, Uber, FC. They are all earnings didn't come out well. Okay, did not come out well, but the market don't care. All right. Fastly also didn't come out well. So all these companies, all the earnings didn't come out well. So I expect the rest also be the same. But tomorrow, today will be Moderna, right? Moderna will come out before the news, before the market starts up. Moderna. So we will see how it goes for all the medical counters. Okay, Square is coming up after the market. Beyond Meat, okay, all right. Zillow, okay. Okay, so Susan go live. Remember, it's Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then night sessions will be Monday and Wednesday. Okay, Monday and Wednesday only. Okay, we have more people coming up for PTP already. Whoa, yes, we have more people. Yesterday we have Alex coming in. Well done, Alex. Okay, welcome to PTP. See, we are actually growing. The numbers are moving up already, guys. Really consider to join PTP. Really, just go yesterday. You sell at 1829 or 1827. You sell gold and then you buy back at 1810. You will make back at least $1,700 US dollar. It's definitely worth it. I can guarantee you that. Okay, so yesterday we have Connect Susan. Okay, for ISM data, look at it. Now yesterday we saw already, right? 330, 64.1, and this. So initial jobless claim. Okay, initial jobless claim. Okay, I'm gonna give you all the chance. Okay, now everybody, I give you 1 minute 60 seconds. Key your number now. Initial jobless claim. What do you think the number will be? Plus minus 5. Plus minus 5. Whoever got it correct within the plus minus 5 range, I will give you 5. Okay, I give you this 6.8 ADA coin. 6.8 ADA coin. Okay, I will give. I will give 6.8 ADA coin for the right answer for tonight. Initial jobless claims. Okay, plus minus 5K deviation. Okay. All right, so we have already Allison 670, Joseph 750, Colleen 379. Woohoo! Hey, wow, you're looking at 670, so high. Here, initial jobless claim, not non-farm payroll. Oh, really? Serious? Here no, hello. Here no. This is the market no. Market for last month is 400. Forecast 384. Wow, 750. Here go. Sure not. Initial jobless claim, no, not the non-farm payroll. Don't get it wrong. I give you a chance to correct now before I close it. Last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds. Okay, last 20 seconds. Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody, you got your answer already? Okay. All right, I also gave my answer. My answer is 510. Okay, that's it. No more. After this line, no more. Okay, so we see. Oh, Judy, you coming so behind. Okay lah. Judy is my very, very good friend. Okay lah. Kelong a bit. Wow. Okay, last one. No more already. Mary, final. 没有了。我哋Kelong right. Okay, yeah. Yes, elite comment. See, I'm very nice to y'all. See, very Kelong. Okay, all right. Okay, that's it. No more. After Mary and Judy, that's it. Other than that, people listen to my MAO later part and they put in number for Pake already. Okay, all right. Okay, for fun only. For fun only. Okay, all right, let's do it. Okay, so Dow Jones go down by 300 points last night after the numbers. So why? Profit taking. We have seen it already. So why the market down? Why? Basically, you see now. Yesterday, they go up, they tell you was because of COVID. The day before was also COVID. Now today, also talking about COVID. Okay, so first thing of all, they say that the survey was 330 was very, very bad. So that's why market sell. Okay, fair enough. They say that the second quarter earnings and economic data was strong. They are strong, but the expectation is the moving forward. The stock market base and buy moving forward. They don't buy after that. They don't do that. So that means that now we're talking about the forward earning. If the forward earning is not there, right, the players will get very afraid of this. So that's the reason why there's some profit taking. And now they also want consumer to go out and spend money and not sitting at home and doing nothing and worry of COVID. Now, come on, man, you're not worried about COVID, please. They're not spending because they are sitting at home to make money from the market. That's why when you stop the stock market going higher, right, everybody will come out and spend money. I can guarantee you that. So that's the reason why I keep saying this is because you have a child that you take care of them every day, give him 50,000 to spend. I mean, the child will just say, okay, Lord, my dad give me $50,000 to spend every day. Why I bother, right? So something like that. So the treasury yields went flat to 1.18 after dipping to 1.13. So it's still being pressed down, or because basically people are so worried right now, they buy a lot of bonds. Okay, so that is the reason why you can see the yield keep on coming down. So of course, on chart wise, again, we can see very clearly that the market was trading throughout the whole day at the OP, but again and again and again and again and again and again. Do you see what I see here now, everybody? You know, how many times have you seen me saying this, that whenever you see a BNB and it comes with a color change and it comes with it triggering something like a pivot, KTR, OP, you really, really need to watch the market. How many times have I said this already? Please put it down, guys. How many times have I said this? Anytime I say you see a BNB and the BNB comes together with a color change that really happened to lodge between a KTR or a pivot, all right, or OP, and you can see that then usually we see trending movement. How many times have you heard me saying this in MAO? How many times have you heard me telling you that you should watch that? Right, many times, right? Many times, 10,000 times. Well, you can see one really, my friend, really is there. And of course, what happened when the market come down? Really, no need to say already, right? The market hit a pivot. That means all cost, all lost cost. But what is a crazy when it hit the KTR, right? -1. Look at the way it rebound. Look at the rebound, and look at the way it hit the pivot one. Oh my goodness. Look at the way it hit the pivot one and stop there and reverse again. That's why yesterday I told my friend there'll be some selling today. And true be told, look at the way the Dow go down. Oh my goodness. So don't you realize that everything happened for a reason? Why did the market break the pivot one? Why did the market get resisted there? Why the rebound go up only hit the pivot one and not other place? Why is it so always like that? It's because it's all about patterns. And think about this. This is creation of a Singapore guy called Kelvin Hunt in Singapore. And I was even not around online yesterday watching this market. And it works. So that means that I am telling you guys, I'm really not the only person in the world who knows what this. But more important is this person who knows about this is able to create market waves. And you guys now is holding this piece of information on your hand. You just have to utilize it. Screw those away, all the negative thoughts that you think if you saw internet or what you know about me. Concentrate on the trading and make the money. That is all what you need to do. You don't need to answer to anybody else. You just answer to yourself. That's it. It really works. Okay? And of course, gold yesterday, oh my goodness, look at the way it moved yesterday. You can see already, right? It hit both sides. Yesterday, I already told you, if the gold stays above OP, there's a chance it will be attracted to the pivot 1. If it goes below OP, you go to pivot 2. Pivot 1, sorry. If it goes below OP, you go to pivot 1. If it goes above OP, pivot 2, right? I already said that to you yesterday. I draw it for you. MAO, I draw for you. Everything I draw for you. And then what happened? Oh my goodness, scary. I tell you that. Look at the way it moved. Look at the way it moved. This is really scary. But of course, the unfortunate part is Cal cannot buy lay because no trigger. I know got no trigger. But you see something here? The induce here itself. Can you see that? Can you see that? But Cal, this BNB never trigger thing. I know it didn't trigger. I understand. But I already tell you yesterday is an inverse pivot day. Above OP, you can consider that it may go up as long as stay above OP. I mean, it's not a trigger, by right, it's not a trigger, but it's just really inducing you really, right? Then of course, this is another BNB again. So of course, it's all about risk and reward ratio. If you think that you can handle the risk, you can just go and buy and put the stop loss, you know, enter here or wherever you want, enter and put a stop loss because no chance, all right? Cannot enter, no trigger, I understand, totally understand. But it's yesterday's an inverse pivot. If yesterday isn't an inverse pivot, then I'll tell you no. Okay? But yesterday is an inverse pivot. It's very hard to have inverse pivot. Okay, let's say you really, because you say, Cal, you never say, I never do. Okay, fair enough. All right. Then, of course, along the way down, how can you buy, right? I see student buy gold. I say, huh? Why are you buying gold? Because he went up already. So I never buy on the way up. So on the way down, I buy lor. Wow, died. Hey, hello, you didn't buy because already you say got no trigger. You adamantly say no trigger, want to prove me wrong. Now the market come down, also got no trigger, you went and buy. Hello, this one really not fair, right? Correct or not? So that's the thing here, okay? That is the thing here. That's why please don't do that. So local news, very short today, don't worry. Now basically, right, 26 states ended federal and employment benefit. That is good because why? When you only chase the people out from your home, that is whereby people will work, right? But the data says that it's not getting people back to work. Of course, your stock market is still good. What? Look at the stock market, it's still up. Who will want to go up? I mean, think about this. Health-wise, if COVID is ongoing, why must I go out? Dangerous. And not health-wise, I can make money, even more money staying at home to make more in the stock market. Why must I go out? So seriously, to me, it's really pointless. If you don't stop the stock market from going any higher, I can tell you this, unemployment data will just keep on going higher. People won't go out to work because why? That is a fact of life. All right, think about this. If you can make money from the market, who will be bothered? Of course, this data says that, right, maybe it takes some time. People, there's some interviews, they need to rearrange their personal life. Okay, fine. But you can see very clearly that was before pandemic, this after pandemic. Before pandemic is 3.8%. After pandemic is 5.9%. We are off the highs, that's for sure. But we are now almost out of the woods in terms of recession, but we're still 1 to 2% higher than the last time. So obviously, this tells you that the whatever money pumped in did not really help. Okay? So of course, you can see US cases are still on the rise in terms of COVID cases. Malaysia has crossed 19,000 in a single day. It's very scary. And of course, Indonesia, oh my goodness, their death had hit 100,000 deaths. Really, oh my goodness, this is very terrible. And of course, China, oh my God, China now have their own local community that has the COVID Delta variant. So again, I tell you this, no one is safe right now. But again, as long as the stock market is buying, then you just have to stay up, okay? All right, so of course, S&P now is definitely glued to the 4,400 level. keep on from the many day S&P have been staying at the 4,400 level. Why? Because of this. The SPX SpotGamma, all right. Apparently, right, 4,400 level is a last barrier of resistance for the SpotGamma. So there is a strong resistance there. 4330 is a near one. 4250 is the nearer one, and 4150. So in short, I'm trying to say is this: 4400 is a level that the market is trying to stay on because there is a resistance block. Right. After that itself, right, not the bets have reduced down to 4,600. 4,600 is whereby this Tom Lee says, right. So what I'm trying to say is that from this itself, right, the market die has to stay above 4,400 because that is where the congregation is. So if everybody is selling there, they make sure to hold it there, and that's why you can see S&P cannot break 4,400 that easily. All right, another thing is obviously I tell you Robinhood, right? Yesterday Robinhood went up by, went to $81. Imagine that it was at $40, then it went up to $80, up by 100% really, right? So let's us watch this live regarding about what they have to say on this one here. This one is a live one. Let me just bring it up for you. Okay, let's watch this. Turn on the volume.
If you want to get a check on Robinhood, if you haven't seen it by now, soaring for the second straight session, it's an intraday high, $85 a pound at one place. This was now at the end of people from who's interested in it. So the big Volatile.
Yeah, there's a lot of retail investment saying this morning. Nothing could really fundamentally change, but it's something to remember from the last week. So it was like a 65% today. It's hovering around $7 a share at one point. It priced at 38, so we're the first day starting yesterday, there's a one of those factors here, right now, they were healthy growth, but she got 9,000 shares.
Okay, again, cannot hear. Okay, in short itself, right, Robinhood shares went up by 81% yesterday. And of course, a lot of people, it's because Cathie Wood went in to buy the shares yesterday. Cathie Wood bought more shares on Tuesday and people started to follow her. And of course, this is what really happened. The real reason, because you see the number of people buying into the positive sentiment is like, wow, rocket, okay, on this Robinhood, okay? So with so many traders involved in that itself, right, that is the reason why you can see this. This is how the share goes up. So those people who short Robinhood, in the market got hit very badly, okay? Those who did that. So when the option markets really, when people sell the options, and again, all the Reddit Wall Street bets traders come in, right? They just whack up the stock. So those people who do the put options or call options, right? If they are actually selling the put option, they are really fried, okay? Those who do the call options, they had to chase after the script just in case they couldn't deliver the stock. So that is the two reasons why that the market for Robinhood is going up. And of course, that created the short gamma squeeze all the way to $85 before it pulled back all the way to $67. So imagine that this is the high, this is the low, and all it takes was less than 1 hour. Yeah, 3-minute chart. Less than 1 hour, the stock price went up and down $20. So whoever chased got it hit very badly. So that's the reason why I say that if you give people a chance to play like this, who will want to work? Seriously, who will want to work? I'll be more than happy to join in too, right? All right, so what are the alternative markets for today? Let's take a look now. You can see that yesterday the defensive sectors had to move up already, while the cyclical goes down. But what does it mean? That means that people are getting worried. So that's why they buy into the defensive cycle. But of course, if the stock market will come down, nothing is defensive, everything will come down at the same time. But this is also a telltale sign that the market getting a little bit not that comfortable. And of course, because of the so-called movement on the unemployment data, plus later on by the ISM data, it basically uptick the implied Fed rate. So basically, right, and some of the Fed officials like Clarida and Waller, they are all saying that there should be tapering soon rather than later. That also push up the implied Fed rate, because of that, when taper is over, then next one will be the interest rate hike. But I repeat, taper can be slower. That means that it can be 120 billion, then 100 billion, then 80 billion, and so forth. So which means that there still be money trickling into the market relentlessly. So it doesn't mean that taper, the market must crash. It may sell off for a moment, but after that, it's out, the buying will still come back because there's still money coming into the system. You must really remember that. And the last one is this. All right, there's a bit of a jip here. All right, Fed Baller says that the Federal should finish tapering bond buying by end of quarter 2022. You know why he said that? Because you need to finish it. You need to do it slowly. You cannot just cut and cut and cut. That's why Baller says that it will take some time. It will be only ending at 2022. Of course, to laugh over it, it said that just Jerome Powell laughing, ha ha ha. Okay, this is just Steve Henry trying to be sarcastic. But actually, if you look carefully now, I told you last month during the MAO, I told you, right, the transportation sector is actually moving away. The transportation sector is moving away. Now, if you actually read this books from this Peter Lynch in One Hour Wall Street, he did say that last time in the book. He said that if transportation is basically off the peak, right, usually it's not a good sign for the equity market. So of course, again, that was about what I read. It's like 10, 15 years ago, whether it be still applicable nowadays, we really don't know. But more important thing is, guys, you know that something is not there in the market, so go slow with the market. And I repeat myself once again, the reason why I tell my mom not to buy gold yet, because I believe that if the equity market go down drastically, let's say a 5% correctional move, which is nothing in the market, 5%, but gold will likely be following through. And when that really happens, that will be the time to buy gold and keep. So that is the time. So I haven't seen a 5% pullback down on equity market, so it's going to be tough for me to tell you that the gold is a buy. All right, guys, thank you so much once again for today's MAO. Thank you for holding on, and I will see you guys live again, probably in the afternoon, if not tomorrow morning. All right, next morning. Bye-bye. See you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you all for the support. Later we will see the data. Okay. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.